Doesn't, hopefully it's zombie. If not, always worse when someone has a gun.
I got nothing.
Okay. And the end man? What? Oh, like the end of your run? Or like is it like some restaurant that I don't know about called In the End? Or the End Man? Or fast food? Ugh.
I'm already full up.
I'm gonna take these because they're useful. And I'm watching your stream to the end. Oh. Oh, cool. Appreciate that. It is far more entertaining. Well, I mean, can be more entertaining when my team's on. I normally only play with a team because I'm teaching them and we play really difficult co-op games. That's a funny thing to watch.
So you like your friends to suffer.
Yeah.
I mean, I I understand the feels.
Yeah. Q like having a heart attack. Q's funny. Like if he, especially when playing this game, if he really likes the character and he's always worried I'm gonna kill everyone, I get into trouble. I think recently Extract has been his biggest one. Playing Extract has been very stressful, which is great. The world is changing. I must purge the old so I can be serial killer. Great.
Please don't let this kill me. Do you know in Guild Wars 2, if you go from a really big height into water, do you survive that? Always?
Yeah, unless something's down there to kill you.
Oh god, that make my stomach turn a little.
I know. Unless you like don't see the rock and you hit the rock, then you're dead.
Well, time for me to move on. If you ever end up over in Trumbull, feel free to stop by.
A lot of TP. Have anyone close by to trade this to?
Staying safe out there?
Come back. I haven't even replenished my recruits.
I gotta stay alert. Too many plague zombies around.
But yeah, Rocky, you should definitely see when my buddies are on. I get a full team going. We do some really cool things. Cause yeah, I had to, it's so funny when they were like, "Oh, this game looks cool. I want to play with you." I'm like, "All right, cool. We only play lethal." So like, "Oh, that should be fine." And it was really funny because they had to learn.
That could have been bad, but I'm okay now.
Okay, so you're the serial Roy.
See you later.
Oh well, confront. Now this is always interesting. Every time I try to recruit the serial killer, they always tell me no, and I kind of don't want to. You murdered people. Sorry. Sorry, but not sorry, kind of thing. Oh, you're beyond at 7 a.m. Oh yeah, no. For me, I just started getting a little better at my sleep schedule. I go to bed around midnight 1, try to. By the time I'm done with everything else I gotta do, roughly around 4. So I'm trying to beat that. I don't think I'm gonna beat that today. What time is it for you right now?
Yeah, that's heavy enough.
By the way, these crossbows, like the hunter crossbows and the echoes, guys, best things to give to your partners. Absolutely, by far the best thing to give your followers. They don't mess you up. They're 100% quiet. Urban. Way over there. Not too bad. It's like 1:30 a.m. Wow. Hey, at least you get to see the sunrise, right? Welcome, folks, to a very, very big war.
Nice to see you're still kicking.
Huh.
Hey, Zigzag, how you doing, buddy? It was too
Hey
soon.
there.
Sorry, I'll see you
Make
later.
yourself at home.
The cat did not like me giving him too much.
Hola, friend. What's new?
Acting. I forgot what acting.
Hey, you.
Her name is Pei. Great. Blank.
Hey, amigo.
Cam. You are gardening. Next place I take out a heart is probably gonna be this one, so I can get it. That's gonna be the top. It right now, shall we?
Nice to see you're still kicking.
Get to come with me, Cam. I gotta take these materials back to base. Once I can build repair kits, I'll be set. It's the current problem.
Got one of those wide load sets over here.
Oh, thank you for carrying, Fox. Eat some food. Alright, I'll place an order.
Do all the things, man.
Yeah, thank you for yeah, exactly. Thanks for carrying. I always forget. I get so into this game. We get some toast and a banana. Sounds good right now. I'll trade you some stuff too.
Hey, you guys willing to meet up? I think we can do each other some good.
Asking
Hey,
a
everyone.
lot of
sexy.
Oh, she called me. Probably my character, not me, but the thought that counts. Back to the boat. Wow. Really don't have much.
This is my last magazine.
I'll just stay on the assault rifle.
We can't ever repay the sheriff for all the help, but hopefully the stuff we just dropped off will start to cover it.
Oh, I missed what you dropped off.
If we want to avoid blood plague, we've got to clear all the hearts in town.
I'm working on it. Promise you.
Time to focus on my priorities.
You're really just... Alright, let's go help this guy, see if he gives me any
our
more.
base can't run with
I'm en route to you now.
I'll owe you one. I suppose you're welcome to hang out for a bit.
Oh no.
Juggernaut! Great!
Fine, whatever. Later. Got a horde over there.
Come on, buddy. Come on. Get out of there. It's a bad fight. That's twice people want me to murder someone.
Shit, I'm getting that fucking zombie crud.
Overwatch, where you at?
Take it down!
That's 3.
Gotta finish this.
We definitely need more food around here.
Stay away from plague zombies, okay? I'm worried about you.
Aim for the head! Yep, that's a screamer. Last mag. Let's make these shots count.
I'm just need a little rest. Some chicken soup.
I've got to take care of my health.
Well, there goes this idea of sending her out to deal with the heart. Uh-oh. All in scope. ShadowsAmbition. Is there anything to know about the second game if I didn't play the first game? Oh,
How long you got?
I know. I can talk your ear off about it. Let me tell you, Fallen. Oh God. To keep it simple, in the first game you meet the network. You see the birth of something called the
We
network.
could use some help if you're up for it.
God, and I can't move. Cool. Yeah, I think I'm stuck. Gotta restart the game. Yeah, you basically get to, yeah, I haven't really played the first one either. Oh, I love the first one, guys. I'm all ears, bro. All right, cool. I'm down. I love the first one. I've played it countless times. I love it again. I'm gonna play it again because my last playthrough was fuzzy and this intro is loud. But first, let me go put it in the food order. Otherwise, I'm never gonna eat, and that's not good. Give me 1 second, and then I will tell you guys all about number one, because I love both games. Take me 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Food's coming. Everything's good. Okay, so... Oh, right. Actually, this is a perfect opportunity to be in here. Okay, so... I'll give you a summary, and then I'll go into greater detail. Just so, in case you want a short thing, you can have it. If you want a more in-depth thing, I'll go into that. So... The short answer is, in number one, you basically get to you start in a town called Trumbull Valley. Trumbull Valley basically is completely overrun by zombies, and you get to meet someone called well, that's too detailed. You see the birth of the network. The network, it consists of just average people, survivors, that come together to help each other. So if you're part of the network, you help anyone else that is part of the network. That's kind of like the deal. And what they do is they help you with anything they can, but they're all average people. And sometimes military people will join the network, etc., etc. And number one is quite a mystery. It's very short, unfortunately, but it's really good. And it has 3 campaigns. So the first campaign, I guess you would call that the origin campaign. You're in Trumbull. You basically help build the network from the ground up, its origin. Really cool, very dark, very sad, very thought-provoking. Then the second campaign is called Lifeline. And I would like to believe that this is the origins of the Red Talons. So instead of the story doesn't take place around average people, it takes place around the military. The military is sending the soldiers in to get key assets to hopefully reverse the virus. Needless to say, it doesn't go according to plan, but you learn a lot, and the army basically tells a lot of people to, hey, leave them, get out, gotta go. But there are soldiers that say no, they want to protect people. Stay. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because this kind of represents the network, like your own necessarily. All these characters come from your campaign in this game. It's called the Legacy campaign, which you get to keep your characters and it persists. Wonderful mechanic. But in the first game, those are the 2 real story-driven ones. And I would like to think it's the origin of the network and origin of the Red Talons. The Red Talons are ex-soldiers that protect people. They're trying to take back the world. So that's the short version of number 1. And then if that interests you, Heartland, which is number 2.
Shadow,
Yes.
you said, military versus normal people, but if you watch any Steven Seagal movies, you know that a simple cook can take out like a lot of mercenaries.
Wait, what? See,
Go on.
this is why I gotta have commentary. But anyway, yeah. So and then Heartland takes place in between 1 and 2. Kind of shows characters from the previous with characters of the new. And then in 2, it's more open-ended. The longer you play, you see these things play out. You see them play out from the network and from what's going on with the talent. The only other traditional campaign is if you click here, I'll show you. You get to choose one of 5 maps, and if one of you go to Trumbull Valley, the traditional campaign like the first game, and that's really all you really need to know. It's still really engaging to get in, and a lot of mystery around the lore because we don't necessarily know why, so we just piece it together. I've played thousands of hours in both, so I kind of know what's going on. But again, nothing's really fully definitive. They just started talking about the state of Decay, which is exciting. So. Okay. That's the short version. Long version is you get to meet key characters like Lily Ritter. And you use on State of Decay 3. Okay, we'll put a pause on that one. Long version. Rocky, yeah, the developers have talked about State of Decay 3. But we won't see it for years. They've talked about just a little bit about it, and that it's in production. They're working on it, which is awesome. But we don't really have specific details. We can only have speculation. But it's confirmed that they are working on it, which is exciting.
I can't let that bloater get close.
And judging by how they've handled the first game and the second, pretty much what more of the players want will probably be in 3. So we are speculating there'll be hunting, weather effects based on the trailers, and probably continuing what's been going on for number 2, because number 2 got really intense story-wise. Not gonna spoil it, but in each game, it is possible for main characters to die. Sometimes you care, sometimes you don't, but it does have ramifications. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it has huge ramifications. Very minor in the story, but very well worth your time to explore. So that's all we know about it. No. Another thing, Fallen, if you're still there after my long spiel, there is no end date for this game. So, for example, they're adding in another update, which is equivalent to an expansion, for free for everyone in number 2. And this is like their 3rd time doing that, completely for free, and they have no end date in sight, meaning this game will be worked on up until 3 and maybe even after. Number 1 was like that. They stopped working on it when they officially switched engines. But number 2, they're constantly working on it and putting in something called a wish list.
It's over. That's a relief.
Which is a list of things that players want for the game. The developers actually try to put them in, and they have put them in. So cool. Hence the legacy pool, being able to bring it up during the game. This something players, including myself, have wanted for years, and they put in last year.
That's a big contrast with certain other developers. The love they have for the game, and
Well,
the
and
support they give. There are a lot of like other developers that just release the game and that's it. Then
that's
see
it.
you later.
Well, you actually will appreciate this, right? Some of the original developers of State 1, they're still in 2, which is really cool. But some of them actually came from Guild Wars 1.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's another reason why I didn't even realize that, but I was like, no wonder I love it so much. Some of the original developers of Guild Wars 1
If
built,
we don't find a way to
So
improve
D1.
morale, we're not gonna last.
and a lot of their philosophies have too. So, dude, good developers. Good developers will get you addicted to any game. I can't take her out. She has like less than half health. Lauren is dying, and everyone's. All right, I'm taking you out. You're a powerhouse. That's why they have like Fox. They have like RPG elements on their skills, and their skills evolve. You know. Cool. A little bit of like the system of Guild Wars 1, where they could have multiple classes in one character. It's awesome. I don't know how many of them are still around, but a lot of the developers that I've come to know since 1 are still in 2, and a lot of them have just moved to 3. So it's cool to see the company, the Undead Labs, are relatively all there. Yeah, man. Again, don't think I'm wrong. Enough people have told me I might want to double check. I've been pretty much
I
the
can't
dot.
outrun that feral.
So good. Good. So in short, Fallen, all you really need to know is that there is conflict. There's a mystery about how this whole thing happened. Oh, thank you. Thank you for lingering. In short, there's a mystery of how the zombie apocalypse occurred. No one knows. And government just said adios, and they all left. Some of the military stayed behind because they were honor code.
We could use a little
Yeah.
help over here.
And they became the Talons, which then the Talons in number 2 split to multiple factions, and then the network have been uniting more around Lily, calling Lily Ritter their leader. And so in Heartland and in 2, you find more out about how the zombie apocalypse, this disease, whatever, mutating. Hence we have the blood plague now. Hence your players can be turned into zombie food. And there is a lot of storylines going on. One in particular that's taken center stage. Some of the Talons are coming to head with the network. So there might be like a little fight between them. And still don't know really what happened. We just know that there's this bot called Cleo. You find out the mystery of Cleo, and then you find out the government may or may not have had something to do with the zombie outbreak and kind of destroyed the world. I know that may sound like spoilers, but it's not, because you have no idea if it's true or not. I don't even know if it's true or not. All we know is the government just doing something weird.
I'm heading out.
So
Someone out there always needs help.
highly encourage you guys to play 1, but if you don't want to, because the engine is kind of weird, it's a very old game, highly encourage you to play 2. Lots to level. I don't have a car, do I? Okay, you want cure. Okay, get you a cure. Is it that bad? No, but it was way ahead of its time. Way ahead of its time.
That's wonderful.
No, like State of Decay 1, the year 1 edition was pretty good. They went back and they really, they upped the graphics, did all kinds of stuff. A little buggy, but not anything that would really destroy the game per se. And
is it really a bug or is it a feature?
I personally think it adds character, but Like sometimes if there's too many zombies, they might run through the
Really
walls.
glad I can be a
That's
part of this
annoying.
family.
Not as bad.
I
Sometimes
appreciate
they glitch through a wall, and that's lame.
I should be careful of plague zombies around here.
And also, okay, so here, the one that always trips people up is when you play number 2. It's like a typical FPS kind of thing. Everyone somehow, every survivor knows how to use a gun, right? But in number 1, I call it anti-aimbot.
Hey there. Come on in.
Oh, hold on, let me just survive and I'll tell you about it. One of my favorite features in
I
the
have
game,
to
I
finish
might
off
add.
that one.
Not everyone likes it.
I'm just about out of these. I can't keep swinging this thing.
Rock and roll. Okay, fine. They make me use it. Let's save my stamina.
Remember,
I don't want to
stay
talk to you.
safe.
Appreciate it. Hang in there.
You okay? But not. Here, let's all just quiet. Maybe here, walk away. Okay, so in number 2, you can kind of just pick up a gun and your character knows how to fire it. Headshot, headshot, headshot. You feel like a BA. In number 1, that's not the case. In number 1, I find it to be more realistic, where a survivor is an average human being who may or may not know how to use a gun. Depending on their stat, when you aim with the gun, you cannot aim at the head. So if you have like someone who's never held a gun before, there's literally an anti-aim in there where you can't aim at the head. You have to aim at the chest. This irritates people. I love this because it was like, yeah, this dude doesn't know how to use a gun, so of course he's just gonna waste bullets shooting him in the chest. Unlike State 2 towards 1, which I hear there's a rumor that State 1 zombies are gonna come into 2. In State 1, sometimes you'd have to shoot a zombie 3 times in the head, depending on how strong it was. It's not just they don't die easily. So seeing 4 or 6 of them is scary because they grab you, they hurt you, they definitely hurt you, and if your stamina goes out, they eat you. Plain and simple. And if you shoot them, and like I said, aiming is very difficult, number 1, because until you get better at it, you slowly start to
that
be
could have
able
been bad, but I'm
to
okay now.
become a BA. But like a rookie, you cannot aim for the head. Like, I gotta stress that. Every time you aim, you'll feel an aimbot locked to their chest. And there's ways to go around it, but I love that feature. Because yeah, if you're just an average survivor, you don't know how to use a gun, so literally a mechanic for that. A lot of people don't like that. I love it. It's a great experience because when you find a good survivor, then you can do what you could do too, where it's like, hey, I can shoot head, I can move around, I can kill anyone, like I'm a zombie slayer. But yeah, so if you're up for the challenge, go play 1. The engine is not bad, but there's mechanics like that that make people feel it's clunky because people have become accustomed to I jump in a game and I'm pro. But in that one, they really tried to make an authentic zombie survivor. You pick up a gun, not very good with it, you know. Zombies are like people. A lot of mass to them. It's hard to take them out. Oh, another big difference about 1 to 2. In number 2, you can only have 9 people in a community, like 50 in your legacy pool. In number 1, you can have up to 50 people in your community. Talk about management, man. You gotta keep everyone happy, fed, not dying or turning. It's a lot of fun. Rocky says, I'll definitely try it out. Awesome. Highly recommend it. These guys are awesome. In your opinion, what do they really need to add in State 3 to make it better than both? Yeah, Rocky. They're already... What they need to do in State 3, which I believe they're going to do because they let us know what engine it's going to run on, which I believe it's the latest Unreal, which means we might go back to that. Huge communities, trading rounds, you know. Like State 2 is becoming, in my opinion, nearly perfect because of how much influence of 1 is being put back into 2. And 2 has come up with some great ideas. So I think if they combine the two, improve a little more of the co-op aspects, yeah, just honestly what they're doing, improve what 2 is and bring a lot of number 1 in. And number 3, I mean, I put 2,000 hours or more in this game. I'll probably double that in that game. There's no real game like this where you actually create a community. Like Watchdog Legions is kind of there, but it kind of feels hollow. In this one, you actually you bond with them like an XCOM. You bond with your characters. You know the characters. They have little stories. Oh, that's what they can add into. More consequences to your actions. Because in here, I can just murder someone. And there's some consequence, of course, but not an entire bunch. That'd be good too. This is cool. You guys keep asking me questions so I can sit on this backpack and eat my toast. Before I go back to, you know, whatever. We're about to starve. Not. Well, good night, says Draco. Alright, Draco. I'll see you next time, man. Well, yes. I'll keep it coming. Cool, Rocky. You go. Go, man. Because, yeah. No, and number 1 is one of my favorite things, man. I was telling that to Q. He's actually going to try it right now. Because he was like, he always hears me talk about 1. Because he thinks he's pretty good at 2. 2, don't get me wrong, it requires skill. It really does. But if you really want to test your skill and your patience, grit, there's a 3rd campaign in number 1 that's included in year 1 called Breakdown. It's the predecessor to the Legacy campaign. Right? It's 100 levels of you trying to survive, going from map to map, trying to survive, bringing people. That game, that is so much fun. Takes forever, well worth it. People die. Oh. All right, Fox. Yeah, thanks for hanging out and keeping me company. I really, really appreciate that. You know, same with the rest of the audience. Thanks for keeping me company all night. Saturday night. Sleep well, man. I'll see you next time. So much love. Doesn't make me blush. What to do with it, so I'm just gonna go this way. Alright, cool. But anyway, Rocky, like I was saying, that's one of my goals and one of my series that I'm still trying to do. Let's play State 1 from level 1 to 100. Oh, that's another big difference of... Well, not really different. In State 1, there was heroes. So you had survivors and heroes. In State 2, I think everyone basically became a hero. And you have, like, the soldier hero or the survivor hero. Which I mainly play survivors, Cube mainly plays soldier. Oh, we're in business, guys. We can make toolkits now. Getting stranded. Salvage them. Okay. So Rocky says, so what about customization? Customization options to your character, vehicles, bases. You think they should go in depth in that? And if they want to spoil me, yes, I think they should. I think they should keep everything they have right now and with a more powerful engine, which it sounds like they're gonna have, really expand on that. Because in number 1, you could board up windows, man. I would get into so many terrible situations, and I would just be sitting there with other people boarding up windows and shooting through the boards. Epic. While you hear like your good friend get ripped at the door, you know. I think they should do that. And it looks like they are bringing like the mines. Like in number 1, you could, when you had an outpost, you couldn't spend fuel and munitions to put landmines around it. When number 1, a lot of people would put bases around their base, outposts around their base, so if the zombies tried to siege them, which is way different in 1 versus 2, which I can't wait for the siege update because it's closer. When the zombies would run at you, they would run through landmines. So it was really cool. And then you had boarded up windows. They could destroy gates. Like zombies could destroy the gates. You had to repair the gates, otherwise you had no doors. You would die a lot more in number 1. Another reason people hated it, because it felt unfair. But that's why I thought it was more realistic. If you were caught out in the middle of nowhere and one of those crazy zombies or a bunch of zombies found you, you became a zombie burger. Or, sorry, a human burger. That was it.
I have one of those weird juggernauts out here.
Rocky says, yeah, he has to sit down with the devs. I have to have so many ideas. Dude, that's the best part. You can go to their site. I wish I had a link to it. I always forget to get it. But they have a Discord. They have that site where you can add to the wish list and you can give them your ideas. A lot of them have come through. There's even weapons. I don't have one on me, but there's like a heavy weapon, which, by the way, heavy weapons were originally in number 1. They finally brought them into number 2 years later. Great addition. But yeah, people's names are like on the weapons or in there as tribute. Pretty cool. All right, that's what I like to hear. Thank you for lingering. Dude, you guys are awesome. Hearing me talk about state when I actually sit around and follow. It made my day. As I sit here about to starve. I have 2 food left. Yeah, Rocky. Man. You can go talk to him. He will listen. And I encourage you to watch their streams. I watch their streams as often as I can. They talk about everything. You know, great. Hey, thanks for lingering. I'm not okay. I'll share this with you guys. I was playing and and someone followed it. It said State of Decay. And I found out, I think a couple days later, I actually went and found if that was their official one. I think it was. And I geeked out, man. I was starstruck. Like, oh my god. Undead Labs followed me on Twitch. Yeah, they work with some creators too. You know, helping people get connected. They're really cool about that. No, but I can't say enough nice things about Undead Labs and about both State of Decay games. I love them. I stream them all the time. I mean, if you go to my YouTube right now, you will see my series. And everyone's probably wondering, what do you mean series? I literally made rules up for myself in this game where I will follow all the main characters, kind of like a show. Are these characters?
I like to think that some places have their
here we
shit
go.
together better than we do. For example, Iceland. They always seem cool and smart and, hey, island.
I use that pause to kind of scarf down the last piece of toast. But anyway, I was saying, I literally just followed my characters from the moment I started playing State 2 to when I, from the moment I started playing State 2, I recorded it to now. And I follow these characters, and that's the secret. That's another reason why I can't do the PTR. It kind of kills my series. But yeah, no, dude. You go right now, there's like 800 videos of State of Decay. I play way too much. Or just enough to some. I always block the base doors with cars, only left the main door. Makes me feel more safe. Honestly, that's a good idea. And also, can backfire on you, so be careful with that. And I do not want to kill your name. Yeah, a lot of my buddies do that. I did that for a while too. With certain bases, I did that. I would just block the doors with the cars, but then if you need to get out using that door, because there's a bunch of hordes got in your base and trying to kill you, then you're dead. That's where I got scarred with that plan. I got eaten by my door because my car was blocking it. So dedicated, and check my stats if you can. And run a pretty thing. Awesome, I will. Ah, dude, I just enjoy it. I just enjoy playing. My numbers were terrible on Twitch for a very long time because no one wanted to see State, no one wanted to play it, no one, like a dead game in many people's eyes. And then it got major popularity when Microsoft teamed up with them, which they deserved. And I'm glad to see millions of players, because every person might need to play a certain amount of game. There are some games in the world that are worth the playthrough. Make your life that much better. State 1 and 2 definitely are on that list. Did I make any more thermites? I don't think I made. I don't have much fuel. I am getting broke. Everything. That means, guys, if you're broke resources, take whatever bombs and bullets you can.
That's almost as much as I can carry.
We have a very big problem on our hands.
Man, I'm trying to work here.
We could really use some help.
I'll be right there.
Thank you.
I care too
And
much.
please, hurry.
Wait. Then I'll come back and salvage my stuff. Yeah, man, that's cool. I'm really happy to meet another fan of State. You know, a fan as big as I am. That's why I spread it to all my friends.
Air is making my eyes burn.
I made
Must
it
be
one
a
of
plague heart nearby.
made it one of my main co-op games. That was a huge improvement, by the way, from 1 to 2. Adding co-op. That's all I ever wanted in number 1. Bring in a friend, they could suffer with me, feel the glory of State. Now I can in number 2. Usually why I play 2 more often. They have the sense of community more.
Watch out, barrel.
Did I bring any bombs? I did.
Strong. All they have is numbers. Fire in the hole.
That is true. All they have are numbers. Come here, Pharaoh. Oh, it's these guys.
No room for that.
Hey, stranger. Pardon the interruption, but I've got an offer you might want to hear. Let's meet up.
We're so still standing. I'll take it.
No problem, Rocky. You know, I appreciate you even watching those ads. They help me be a streamer. So, thank you for that.
No
I was
room for
just
that.
saying, I was gloating about it, about State of Decay. About how it's like the #1 co-op game because I really enjoyed. That's all I wanted from #1 was for me to bring a friend in there so they could suffer with me and enjoy the game with me. Once #2 did that, that's why I spend all my time here, because they really nailed community. They really nailed connecting your communities, so like all 5 of my communities can trade with each other.
All right, later.
You can help them out. That's the whole, you know, bringing in the legacies from here. So Y2 is really good, and then 3, if they can improve more of the social aspects, I think that'll be gold. You know, I know people want to be able to build a base. I don't know if that'd be cool. I go back and forth with that. Would it be cool if we could just build a base anywhere you want, kind of like an open world? Maybe, but I really like this system. Been in a base, you build it. They can improve that too. The AI with base sometimes. Speaking of which, these guys right here, I don't know if you guys have ever played these. These guys are zombie slayers. Like bona fide zombie slayers. If you could recruit one,
Thank you so
they are
much.
so good.
You should know. My team's very experienced in dealing with zombies. If you
You are.
like, we could thin the population around here for you.
I would like that.
I just don't know the right way to go about this. Hey, you be safe.
You guys are incredibly good, all of them. Hey. They have some of the hardest quests. They are good. Except for with you when Daybreak first started. Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 of them. I love Daybreak. I still wish for more ways to get prestige. But they've added a lot of good ways to get the technology without having to strictly grind in Daybreak, because that's never fun. Well, I shouldn't say never. Once you get the Cleo drop, like
That's not going to fit.
you want a Daybreak because you want to, not because you have to. But that they're improving. But yeah, zombie slayers. And yes, they keep a zombie chained up. I'm pretty sure that was once a zombie slayer too. If anyone was wondering. What's that? Swing left away. Yo.
Would you like to trade?
Yeah, sure.
We're out the zone.
Yo, right here.
David, what's up? I usually lure as many zombies to their base. Oh, to the base because I want to take base. Yeah. Suffer with you. Day we first came out, there were you were able to use fly locker. Really, I didn't know that. Oh, when Daybreak first came out, were you able? No, never. Never were able to use a supply locker. It was only you could use what you unlocked, and you would unlock technologies for the single player, like the Clio drops. I can actually bring those into this game, into any game I want. I just need to use prestige, which is always the catch. But it's always been this. It has been for the most part the same. They've improved it here and there. Like they add pistols so that you can have a pistol with your main arm, which is good.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Okay, go into a play car. I can do that. I always start a new community on Trumbull Valley. Free Red Talon Soldier. Oh yeah, I thought that was really nice of them to actually put out a free Red Talon. Because otherwise you'd spend like what, 2.7k prestige to get a soldier, which Q did. His whole community is Red Talon. You know how expensive that was to watch him do that. Oh yeah, no, that's always good. But it's always relatively the same dude, which that bothers me. I wish it would be random, like it is with the other talents. Okay, hold on. Let's get some lights on here. All right. Hopefully no one dies.
I can't keep
Or
this up. I have to rest.
Big fucking horde coming this way.
you're exaggerating a little bit.
I'm exhausted. I need to rest. No more of that.
That's right. I love smoke bombs, guys. Cover your tracks.
I think that really hurt it.
Where are you?
I hate to ask, but we could use a little help over here.
Fire in the hole!
Go back, friend.
I think it's almost down.
Yeah, can you split up?
Keep that screamer quiet. guard is gone. Our town just got a little bit safer. Okay, go for the head!
Damn.
That cloud is poison.
You need to stop. Oh. Are you still alive? One of you? One of you.
I'm just out of these.
There's a little something to show how much I appreciate the help.
Yeah, but you lost one of your buddies.